Did you just put mud down my pants?
Transplant our babies. It's okay.
I will never let go.
Technically, though, it's too close to this guy. They'll choke each other out. They need room to grow.
I'm gonna get it with the entire root system, and I'm transplanting it now.
I need to change my pants.
Amazingly, this is my first time growing corn.
It's so sad, baby.
It's getting choked out by the weeds. You know what that means? Today's the day. We have to transplant our babies.
So, that means we have to kill some of them?
We have to kill some of them. It's the only way the others will live on.
How do we choose?
Well, this is a pretty clear example of what has to go. I mean, look at it. It's withering. It's yellow.
I still love you.
I hate it.
I'll never let go.
It's okay.
I will never let go.
I know. We have to be strong. We have to be strong.
Strong.
Yeah, look at these two. This is another prime example of what has to go.
They are growing so peacefully together.
They're fighting for survival is what's
Twins.
happening.
They're my twins.
One has to go. But you know what? This can go right here. And that'll be great. And they can both thrive.
We can move the ones that we need to thin into the spaces where there are ones that are not doing okay.
Maybe we don't have to kill them after all.
I love you.
I love you.
I have never loved you more.
Let's do it.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're crazy. Yeah.
Yesterday we spent hours in the heat weeding these babies in our first quadrant, which, as you can see, are growing incredibly well. We are super impressed.
But that was only step one.
If you recall, when we first planted our seeds, we gave them 8-inch spacing. That's actually too close. We did that on purpose because you want to throw in extra seeds so that you can really get good corn stalks. Now we're going to go through and thin out our corn so that really the spacing we have between them is closer to 1 to 1.5 feet. And we're going to take the ones that are in between and we're going to try to be really selective and only take the ones that aren't growing as well as some of the others. For example, you've got a beautiful one here. This one's doing really, really well.
This one, not
That
so
one,
much.
it took a really long time. In between these two here, we have a small one. That one can go. But over here, this is a good one. Technically, though, it's too close to this guy. They'll choke each other out. They need room to grow. So we're probably going to end up pulling this good, strong one, and we'll find a place somewhere along these rows where maybe we have a section that hasn't grown very well, and we're going to pop him into there. Truly, though, we are going to end up, unfortunately, disposing of some of these stalks. We can't keep them all. We don't have the space, but that was the intention when we planted them 8 inches apart.
Ready to go, baby?
It's going to be a tough decision
It is.
because we love them all,
We do. We really do.
but we can do it. Let's do it. These three are too close together. This one's not doing as well, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Wow, look, it hadn't even really rooted very much. That's what the root looks like. It actually just pulled right off the base seed that was still in there. So long. We love you.
The first casualty. No. Hold on to you.
It's all right because we're going to put a much stronger one in its place. So here, our number one piece of corn, doing very well. I want to make sure I'm going to get it with the entire root system.
Solid scoop.
And I'm transplanting it now. Oh, that's not where I want
close, though?
it. Yeah, that's not where I want it. So,
Let me scoop out this baby one. You can move it there, huh?
yeah.
Without breaking this with my ass.
Well, actually, right here is what I wanted to show because these are all coming out. This feels like a lot of destruction here, but all three of these need to go. This one, to me, I know that there's others that are in better shape than this guy, so I'm going to take it out. And actually, it's kind of neat. This one still has the corn seed attached to it. It's really amazing to me that something like this can come out of just this dried up little corn kernel. But goodbye. Goodbye. I'm going to loosen up that soil just a little bit.
Hurts the soul a little.
Pull a couple weeds while I'm at it.
Yep, they're coming back already.
Yeah. This spacing would be really ideal to have one between these two healthy guys right here. So, Brian, you want to dig us a little bit of a hole right here?
Sure do. Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Without breaking these with my ass. Okay.
Just right in the middle of the mound.
There you go. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Boom.
Great. And now hopefully we did that without disrupting any of those root fibers. And hopefully this one is going to grow very well here. So where we removed, we're just gonna kind of reinforce our mound a little bit just to keep everything looking nice.
Cover up the scene of the crime. There.
Now we have ideal spacing between our corns, and we've chosen 3 very healthy ones to keep. Here's an example of an issue that happened a couple times. It was kind of hard to drop the seeds with gloves on, and so sometimes, you know, a little clumsy, you drop 2 seeds into one, or you drop one and then one right next to it. You can't have corn growing that close together. So we're gonna go ahead and pull one of these and move it probably to here, although there's probably gonna be a better one somewhere that we wanna transplant. For example, that one right here is better than this one. We can take from there. So this guy's gonna go. Sorry, little fellow. And then this middle one, we're gonna take as much as we can. Whoop. Ooh, did you just put mud down my pants?
Ooh, did you just put mud down my pants?
What, you stood up?
Can you get it out?
You stood up right into my shovel.
No, don't make it go more.
Well, I can't reach in there. You stood up right into my shovel. It just went right down. Bad shovel.
I have a butt full of mud.
That's not mud.
Baby.
What? Not my fault. Get off me.
It's like you're going down my legs.
I'm sorry. I should watch where I put my shovel, apparently.
I need to change my pants.
Oops.
Oh man.
Right after this.
I'm filthy.
Sorry, baby. You okay?
Yes. Oh, I'm laughing so hard. Oh my god. Ah,
Oh man,
I
my
have so
cheeks
much
hurt.
mud in my butt.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do the same.
Yeah, no, don't.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. After this transplant, I have to go in and change my pants, or at least take them out. Woo. Okay, this one's
scoop
gonna
something
go
up.
right here.
Right here. Okay.
A little bit closer, right here. Yeah.
All right.
Muddy butt.
Sure.
Just call me old muddy butt.
Oh my God.
Oh, there we go.
Tuck it in real nice.
Grow well. Beautiful corn.
So that's a couple down. You kind of seen what we're going to be doing. We have a lot more to do. So first, Lana's going to go change her pants because she's got some mud in it.
In my butt.
Mud in her butt.
Bye.
Bye! Apparently the corn god didn't appreciate us doing this transplanting right now because it started pouring after we got about 5 minutes in. But hey, I love the rain. So it's time to finish this weeding we've been putting off. You will die. Not the result I was looking for. Damn, that's deep in there. You little bastard. Sometimes you gotta twist it, bop it, pull it. Sometimes you gotta just give up and accept defeat. So this ended up being more of a one-person job. I'll let the all-star tell you how it went.
It's a lot on the back, a lot on the knees, a lot of squats, but I love the exercise. I have gone through and spaced, I don't know, 600 corns and transplanted a number of them as well in spaces where we didn't have some that, you know, just didn't come up. I moved ones that I'd thinned out in other places and transplanted them. It was a delicate job because amazingly, this is my first time growing corn, but I didn't realize how quickly the roots take hold once that seed sprouts. And some of them I was digging really deep so I could grab the whole chunk of dirt under the corn, and I could still hear a little ripping. I knew that I was still breaking up some of the roots, which I don't love that I had to do. I'm really, really hoping that they're not going to experience shock, which is what happens sometimes when you transplant a plant. Now that they're all a little more than a foot apart, you can see it looks all uniform. Any naked spots where they hadn't come up, I transplanted ones that I was thinning out. And now we have a corn in every single spot. We'll see if they continue to thrive. I know I'm going to be watching these babies religiously for the next 24 hours to see if I start seeing any droop. At that point, if they do, it's a lost corn. I don't have more seedlings to replace them with, and I'm not starting new seeds in this quadrant because this quadrant is complete. But I also want to point out that while I was working on sizing out the spacing, I was amazed at how quadrant number 2 is doing. So our second quadrant, which was a different planting method where instead of making mounds and trenches, we just dug a little straight line in each row we wanted, dropped the corn, and just with our shoes kind of threw the soil back over it. This was a method that was recommended by a local farmer. Sounded really half-assed to me, but it was a lot easier on the body than kneeling through and digging holes and planting all these and making perfect mounds. And while I think the mounds are very aesthetically pleasing, I'm really stoked that the corn in quadrant 2 is coming up faster than the corn did in 1, and it actually looks like the success rate is a bit higher because some of these really took forever to come out and some of them never did, and it almost looks like everything that we planted in quadrant 2 is going to come up. So I would say in about 4 or 5 days, quadrant 3 coming soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
Maybe next time.
Maybe. Probably not.
No.
Not you, at least.
You did well.
Not really.
No.
Not good enough.
Not enough.
You kind of sucked.
Sorry.
Let's be honest.
Ba, ba, ba.